Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, then welcome to the channel. Now, I don't normally rant, and I don't normally answer negative comments either, because usually if people are negative, I'm not interested. But this one did get me a little bit, and somebody commented on one of my videos, how can you live in such a filthy mess? Right, mess happens, doesn't it? Things get messy, especially when you're doing things. If I'm working on guitars or I'm doing bits and bobs in the van, it gets messy. But filthy? I'm not having it. Literally, this is what the van looks like. I don't know if you've watched these videos. If you're regular to this channel, then you've seen the van in loads of different situations, and not once have I been called filthy. I've literally just got out of the shower as it goes. I've shaved and all that kind of thing, so I'm not filthy. And this is basically what the van looks like most of the time. Obviously, this is my living area, captain chair, cockpit. Obviously, there's some stuff on the seat, but you know, you've got to put stuff somewhere. There's my view. There's my kitchen. I mean, this is what I look at a lot of the time. I sit here, work on the laptop, do what I need to do. And I can tell you, this van gets cleaned every day from top to bottom because I can't stand mess, and I'm definitely not filthy. I was thinking about this, and out of all the places I've lived, in houses and flats and all that kind of thing over my life, this is the cleanest place I've ever lived because it gets cleaned all the time, because you've got to. If you don't keep it clean, it gets dirty very, very quickly and does become filthy. But just because you live in a van doesn't mean you are dirty or filthy. I know this person was probably a troll, and I shouldn't let things like that get to me, and usually I don't. I've been on YouTube for 14 years and I've had my fair share of trolls, I can tell you. Most of the time I just let it go, ignore it. This person has been blocked or removed from the community because I won't have such negativity. Just thought I'd address that, and see you later, you horrible person. Just don't be horrible. Be nice. What's wrong with you? Okay, moving on from that, let's get back to the happy me, right? It is New Year's Eve tomorrow. I haven't been gigging, I've just been hanging out with family. We had our granddaughter and stuff like that. There's not a lot of video content going on because it's just Christmas and all that stuff. The car decided to dump all its oil on the ground, but Danny boy came out and sorted it out. For some reason, the oil filter had worked loose. Tighten it back up, stop leaking. Thank goodness for that. Anyway, so tomorrow, got New Year's Eve, got a gig, and there's going to be some big changes next year. Me and T-Bone have been chatting, and there is going to be some massive changes, and obviously you will be in the know with it all as it all happens. I've got some other rants coming up, but I'll try not to be so negative. Alright, let's carry on. What do you reckon, Lazy Paul? Filthy mess my arse. Good morning, peeps. It's now New Year's Eve. Happy New Year to you. Just got up, ran off and got some diesel for the diesel hit because it's New Year's Day tomorrow. I'm not sure if petrol stations are going to be open, and because tomorrow we are going to a campsite for a few days to bring in the new year, charge everything up, that kind of thing, and make some plans, because I said there's plans coming in. We're going to make some plans. Ooh, I'll tell you what, the car's down here. They need to do something about that. Some ducks are going to get killed, man. Anyway, so I'm just making a brew, lovely jubbly, and then I'm going to clean up the filthy mess. So me and T-Bone watched a movie last night and whatever. She's gone off to work, so just let the day in, and that's basically what it's like when I wake up in the morning. There's a few cups out. We've had some coffee this morning before Tracy went to work. Bit of washing up from last night, hardly anything. And that's it. We'll get this washing up done. Get the hot water on first. Need to put the hot water on, which is over here. Bobble vans, don't let me down today. Hot water, move. Oh, it worked today for a change. So we'll warp that on. I'll drink my coffee and clean up this filthy mess. Let's let the day in. I'll open these up. Even though it is rainy and miserable out there, let some light in the place, some natural light, which is important, I feel. I could open this one. Should we open that one? I will do for a bit, but it does get very busy down here with foot traffic, so, and people do love to stare in. But if I have both of these nets open, or both of these blinds open, then you can see right through. But so I usually close that one there, which is the roadside, leave this one open here. Sometimes leave this open, but if people are getting a bit stary, because you can see them staring right in, I don't blame them, because I would stare right in as well. And maybe they're just interested in the van, I don't know, but I do like looking at vans myself, so I'm probably one of the starers when I walk past. But yeah, already it's not very messy, so won't take long. Tidy this up, run the hoover around, clean the floor. We found the floor is the thing that gets cleaned the most, because you're in and out, especially here. You're stepping onto like grass and it's muddy and stuff like that. Even in the summer, you're bringing lots of dust and stuff when you're in and out all the time. So the floor, and if some of you have followed this channel, you know this is my second floor, because the first floor was a white floor with like a wood grain, like a what was it, a vinyl lock, lock floor. Vinyl lock stuff. Oh, keeping that stuff clean was a nightmare. So I've laid these vinyl tiles down, which would affect us still, but much easier to keep clean. But the problem is they don't look dirty when they are dirty, so you have to make sure I do hoover the floor, and I wash the floor about 3 times a day, especially in this weather. Mrs H isn't very well. She's got a bit of a cold. It's been going around. I think I had it a couple of weeks ago, and Adam's now very ill, and Tracy's not too good either, but she's gone off to work, but then she's off for a few days, so she just has to get through today. And now I'm starting to feel a bit sniffy, but even though I've been ill already, chest is feeling a bit tight. But usually when the weather's like this, it's very drizzly, very damp, I do get a bit chesty because I have my COPD, which affects me a little bit. So just have to make sure I'm alright. I've got to sing for 3.5 hours tonight as well, so I have to make sure that I take care of myself today, and I'm in top shape for tonight. It's going to be a big long gig.
Well, I woke up this morning to a squeaking floor. My old dog was whining at the back screen door. Smelled something funny, thought it was a dream, but I knew deep down we could blame it on the beans. Dinner last night was a cowboy treat. Pinto, black and kidney and all-star feet. Mama warned us all, but we didn't heed. Now the whole darn house is paying for our beans indeed. Blame it on the
Lovely, all done. Until I make breakfast, of course. Right, let's do some video editing, shall we? Right, I'm going to tell you a little story before I end this video and go and make myself some breakfast, because I'm hungry. Sat here yesterday on the laptop doing what I do, and all of a sudden the van went stoing like that. I don't know if stoing is the right word. I call it went bang, and the whole thing moved. Right, obviously somebody had hit the back of the van. Now, I could have dealt with this in lots of ways, but what I did is I opened the door, poked my head out, and I was like, "Are you okay?" Was my first reaction. Now I could have gone out there screaming and shouting, "Oh, you've driven into my van," whatever. On the back of this van, there's a massive, I don't know what it's made of, but a massive steel, maybe, bumper on the back of this van. And the way the van goes, it sort of goes down at an angle. So she's hit the bumper, which is brilliant. If you've got one of these vans, make sure it has a nice big bumper on the back of it. So no damage was done to my van. I didn't even go out and look, because I thought, you know what, if there is any damage, it's going to be minimal. I can fix it. It was a young girl, and she misjudged it. Obviously, she was trying to park in a tight space, and she tapped the van. She got out, and she was like, "Oh no," and I was like, "It's okay, don't worry about it." She's looking, and she's going, "Oh, I can't see anything. Do you want to come and have a look?" I was like, "No, I'm pretty sure it's fine. Are you okay?" Is the main thing. Is she okay? She was fine. She got in. I was like, "Don't worry about it. All good." And I'll come back in the van. She drove off. I did go out later and have a look. I wasn't that stressed about it because I didn't think it would be anything major. Anyway, even though the van did kind of move, went out there, no damage at all. There's nothing, okay? But she did say that hers was damaged. So I'm sorry about that. But it's her fault. Whatever. I wasn't going to jump up and down about it. Point is, there's lots of different ways that you can handle situations. And I'm not perfect by a long shot. I'm 50 years old next year. I've had my fair share of altercations with people over the years. And I'm actually going through something right now with somebody, which I might explain later, not naming any names. But there's just ways of dealing with things. And it comes back to the guy that, you know, commented on, you know, how can you live in such a filthy mess? Look, if you don't like my van, you don't like my videos or whatever, then just move on. You don't have to say anything. You know, if you think it's a filthy mess, which it isn't, I mean, you might still think it's a filthy mess, but it's not. Why do that? You know what I mean? It's just don't. You know, just be nice to each other. You know, be humble, be nice, be kind, and the world is a much better place, isn't it? Don't worry, I'm not like beat myself up over it and it's not keeping me awake at night or anything like that. It's just one of those things, and you think, why? Right? So I'm going to end the video here. So on that note, please do like, comment and subscribe if you like the video. If you don't like the video, just move on. You may have already switched off. You know, I do get the odd dislike on videos. That's fine. If people want to put a thumbs down, I don't care. So anyway, God bless you. Remember, we're all human beings and we all have equal value. And I'll see you in the next one.